Hi everyone, this is Evil Devil on A Talk with Evil Devil. So maybe you guys are a little confused, but I changed my talk show from 15 Minutes with the Devil to just a talk with the Evil Devil. I just figured that it would be better to not always having to limit my time to 15 minutes. Too much work. So before we start, I would just like to confess I am really excited because this is my first broadcast and I gotta be honest, I am really freaking nervous. So bear with me. Now, I have gotten a lot of good feedback about this, radio blog, you can call it that I'm gonna start to do. Honestly, it was most from my friends and family, but I promised that I will try to do my best. Now, I know that I said that the first broadcast was gonna start on the 7th of January, which was Monday, and it was 2 days ago. I'm sorry. I just came home from spending Christmas and New Year's Eve in Finland, so I was really freaking tired. I fell asleep, and when I woke up, well, my mom woke me, but when I woke up, it was already way past midnight. Sorry. I hope you can all forgive me. Anyway, today's two topics is about dun 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 the year 2012 and what we will remember from it and what music is worth listening to. Now, as most of you know, I have actually already given out a few, let's just call them teasers. And in one of my teasers, I have mentioned how I, Evil Devil, will remember this year that has passed, 2012. I think everyone will remember those horrible tragedies. You all know what I'm talking about, right? Yes. The invention of the LMFAO song I'm Sexy and I Know It. And who can forget the absolute horror that is the release of Opta Gangnam Style. I mean, Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley must be crying of shame for how our once rich and touching music culture now has turned into, I call it the age of the douches hits. I mean, I see every no good a-hole guy and every prissy teen bimbo that has more gum in their mouth than actual brain in their heads singing these two songs or dancing or talking about it or at least listening to them. Can't they get their own sense of music style? I mean, can't they get far enough from the MTV top 10 hits just so they won't be tempted into making a frickin' Spotify or iTunes playlist just to hear those mind-numbing songs over and over again? Just far away from the constant commercializing, just so they can't listen to some original songs that are way, way, way better. And now I'm not even talking about One Direction, though I have to admit they have a few pretty good songs, even when they're overexposed, as they're called. And no, I'm not talking about the former mentioned British boy band. I'm talking about real artists, those who aren't like One Direction, who continue to spew out a sickly amount of love songs, one after another. Ugh. Those who aren't LMFAO and encourage their fans to drink and get laid, thereby I'm pretty sure they have helped spreading STDs all across the world. By the way, if you're listening to this, way to go, guys. I'm not even talking about the damn Asian guy that came up with the song Opta Gangnam Style, that frankly is about, gibberish. It's not even a real song. It has no meaning whatsoever. Am I the only one who is royally pissed off about this? I'm just asking here. But my point is that songs are classics. And they're from such great legends as Elvis the King Presley, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Jimi Hendrix, a rock legend by the way, Frank Sinatra, John Lennon, Johnny Cash, Ella Fitzgerald, love her by the way, Elmore James, Muddy Waters, a pretty big name in jazz, people. Tupac, love him by the way. And my personal all-time favorite, Stevie Wonder. My parents met and fell in love to his song Wonderful World. And for all of you One Direction fans, Harry Styles did actually audition on the X Factor with Stevie Wonder's song Isn't She Lovely? And I love that song. I'm not crazy about him. Mostly because he's a few bimbo ex-girlfriends away from being a total man whore. Or man slut. Or man something. Anyway, there's also the bands that are classics, by the way, like Kiss, Poison, Riot, The Beatles, which coincidentally is exactly what One Direction is being compared to. I think it's just because they're British, actually, and people just can't remember the last British frickin' boy band that actually existed, which was probably like a second before One Direction was made. I mean, there's a lot of boy bands there. And, well, it's not really accurate because I'm pretty sure that is Niall is the blonde one in the band, and he's Irish, so it can't really be the Beatles if they're not all of them are British. Well, I think he lives in England, but is from Ireland, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, then there's Whitesnake, which most people don't really like, but I think they have a good few great songs, and Guns N' Roses. Actually, it's one of my all-time favorite classic bands. There is also a lot of listen-worthy people that are more, well, not classics just yet, like Green Day, Radiohead, Coldplay, The Poodles, who actually are more known in Sweden, I think, and so many others that I can't really mention right now. Wow, this has taken a lot of time. I guess I will see you all tomorrow with a brand new broadcast. Yay! Hope you liked my first broadcast and don't hate my guts right now. But seriously, stay funky, folks. And my advice to you all will forever be my motto that I'll always follow. You can't get your heart broken if you don't have a heart. Bye now.